Hey everyone, I'm back at it again with another video today. I'm kind of inspired to draw some curses, like from Jujutsu Kaisen, the anime, because today we got the news update that the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie is coming to US and Canada in March 18th. So I'm now itching to draw some little demon curse people. I think it'll be fun to draw. Bless you. Why are you always sneezing in my backgrounds, huh? You little sneezing goober. No, that's 2 for 2 for a video that he sneezed in the background. Anyways, so yes, I want to draw some demons. I want to draw some villains. I know I was kind of hyped up for villains in my last video where I drew a Genshin Impact Dendro character, and I kind of went for a villainous type character because there's not that many playable or any playable villains besides Tartaglia pretty much. But yeah, I'm kind of feeling like drawing some like demons or curses or something along those lines. And I'm even more excited because I'm wearing a Gojo sweatshirt, which, I mean, he's embroidered on the sweatshirt. But yeah, I'm just feeling the Jujutsu Kaisen energy right now. So let's get started. Okay, so curses. They're pretty much just like a negative entity or energy created in that universe by, like, isn't it by humans? Okay, let me whip out the old iPad just to triple check what curses are, because I want to go into this as informed as possible. So according to, I'm assuming the wiki, the Jujutsu Kaisen wiki, it says cursed spirits, also referred to simply as curses, are a race of spiritual beings manifested from cursed energy as a result of negative emotions that flow out of humans. They bring harm to humanity and are consequently the primary targets of Jujutsu sorcerers. Okay. And then, for example, there are a couple, like, popular... I don't know if this is going to show up well. Let me turn my brightness up. There's a couple cursed enemy or curses that have been shown. They're just big, scary-looking monsters with crazy eyes. I mean, this is a whole other example of a curse. Yeah, they're just big scary things. They're not good. They're not good to see. Usually, unless you're a Jujutsu sorcerer in this anime, you pretty much done for if a curse is near you or around you or touches you. So, I'm thinking, let's make some scary monsters. Who isn't down for a good little scare, right? Big, scary monsters. What shall we do? I mean, my initial reaction whenever it comes to monsters is obviously, like, crazy amounts of eyes, like a bunch of eyes, or just, like, scary-looking eyes. You always kind of want to go into, like, uncanny valley territory where they still look, not humanoid, because they're always going to be, like, a different species, but there needs to be a little bit of like resemblance or something that we can identify so that it feels even more uncomfortable when we look at them. It's like with Uncanny Valley, it's like people's, when they feel uncomfortable around things like mannequins or dolls where they have human-like features or resemble humans, but you know that there's just something a little wrong. So one of the popular cursed dudes was like that one-eyed guy. I don't know if it showed up on my iPad because of the recording, but I like the idea of doing a Cyclops, but I don't know, I don't want to necessarily do something that's kind of already in-game, or in the anime. I kind of want something a little bit different. I cannot wait for the movie though. I've enjoyed, I mean, I usually go and see any sort of anime movie that comes into theaters. Like I went and saw all of the My Hero Academia movies, which are pretty good. What else did I see? I'm trying to think. We're still waiting on a Black Clover movie, I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think of any other big, like, I mean, usually it's the shonen animes that get like the big global movies and releases. Also, where is my Yuri on Ice movie? I am so sad that it's been like 5 years now since they've announced that they were gonna do a movie in season 2, and we've gotten neither. I'm so sad. Regardless of me waiting impatiently for Yuri on Ice. Curses and cursed entities. I think I'm just gonna start off drawing like a human-esque one, just because that's what I gravitate towards, is always drawing people. And then we can probably branch out as I get more and more ideas. What about like... I love the idea of tattoos. Kind of stemming from like their eyes. What if he has like a domain expansion thing that activates in his chest, and like it's almost like a black hole? I could see like a void. Part of me also wants... Alright, so I got the humanoid. I mean, this guy, I mean, what? There's nothing really spectacular about him. I'm just kind of warming up a little bit. But what if I do like a actual monster? And the first stupid little monster I can think of is just like a blob. Just like a blob of whatever, I don't know. With like a million eyes. Normally I'm a proponent of, whenever I see shows and stuff that I really enjoy, I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool to like have that reality exist. Like, oh, with, for example, like Avatar: The Last Airbender, I would love to have bending powers. My Hero Academia, like the quirk and everything is really cool, but for some reason, for Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm like, maybe I'm okay with this this society being fictional, because I'm all set with dealing with these scary curses. Because these villains, I mean, obviously some of them it's like this blob dude where you're like, all right, I'm gonna flick you and you're gonna blow up. But some of the villains in this one are like extra scary. And if I had the choice to, you know, deal with someone like the Fire Lord Ozai versus some of the main villains in this show, I think I would pick Fire Lord Ozai any day. Oh goodness. The whole idea of these curses is that they're born from very negative emotions from human beings, and I really love the way that they encapsulate some of it with the character design. And like I said, some of the more menacing curses look humanoid or have very similar human features, whereas some are just full-blown monsters. And I don't know, I love the variety that they bring, because it does, even if you don't know what they do, just their appearance alone makes you feel super uneasy. And I think that's a really smart character design, especially with this type of series where it's all kind of around those negative emotions, very bad things that happen in life. It can be really, really morbid sometimes, and yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in and stomach sometimes. This guy, I don't know what I feel like I'm drawing like a hump. I just saw like a hunchback in my mind. I can envision just like holes in his face, as opposed to having an actual nose. Wait, what if I did like horizontal slits for eyes? Now he kind of looks like a turtle. It's okay, we're still developing it. I kind of want to go with like the turtle idea and just make him have a huge jaw. What if it was like a mechanical jaw? And that was kind of like his big kind of death moves. He just like chops you with like those are kind of like screws or something to keep it in place. He's got big like bring his head in a little bit more to kind of emphasize the fact that the jaw is his like big asset. This actually makes me, I really enjoy the sketching over like coloring, but I'm actually pretty excited for color. This dude, he's just gonna be jacked. Just huge, kind of like, I don't feel like drawing a full body just yet until I've really kind of honed in on the design. Help to kind of get rid of the shoulder definition. It's definitely something else. We're getting in a little less humanoid. I mean, this kind of looks like a half human, half turtle demon. Oh man. This is like the fun stuff. This is where we get to get a little funky. Because sometimes with character design alone, I mean, obviously it depends on the universe you're surrounding it in, but it can be limited to like, oh, just humans, or this is an animal thing, or whatever. But this is like, there are no limits. The limit is as far as your brain can imagine, so this is gonna be fun. I want something like super tall and scary and lanky looking, so just like string bean design. Just like string bean. Thinking like hip. I could even do more narrow hips. Almost like super malnourished, kind of swollen belly look. Lanky. Kind of no muscle definition. Part of me can kind of see like a nub for an arm. Like almost like this one is like in the process of decay. And maybe they don't have full arms, and like the bone kind of juts out at the end. And then we have like missing patches of skin. So we get like a little bit of a rib cage. And then like the knee joint is exposed on one leg into some rotting flesh. We'll do like, how about one, to even it out, we got one stump on one foot, and then for the opposing shorter arm, it maybe has its full foot for now. Erase some of these construction lines just so I can, especially since we're drawing in some bones here, I don't want them to get super lost in the mix. You can almost see kind of like ratty clothing. Got like a mealworm, just super ratty and old and also decaying, kind of like cloth or something hanging over his hips or its hips. The only problem now is like I know what the body looks like, no idea what the face would be. Yeah, this was supposed to be showing some like inner bones. Maybe this one has like a skin graft or something. It's just like a little bit more disease-ridden, little splotchy patches of flesh. And the head. Like I said, I want something kind of long and lanky. So what if we do, like, again, just the neck bones? Maybe there's no flesh on his neck. Leave an eye and left a little bit. Actually, do I like the eye? I almost kind of like it without, and maybe just like the hint of the eyebrows. I don't know what it is. I kind of just want a very simple blank face. Maybe just kind of like, that looks kind of cool. And if that was coming towards me, I'd be like, suddenly I don't feel like being outside. All right, so now we've got kind of like a rotting, decay looking character. What else can we do? I was originally envisioning someone just like crawling. What if I turn this into its legs? This would be considered like a lower level curse, a weaker curse. And it's like on hooves or something. Again, it's like I see the body now, and now I'm like, what does your face look like? See it like drooling and what if it's like this creepy kind of computer or like TV? So it has like the frame around it. Because originally I drew kind of like arms hanging down, but what if it's like actual like mice? You get the little cord in, and then you get the little hand mouse. Those mice are killing me. I don't know why, it's so funny. Okay. Now we're getting into some, like, definitely not humanoid territory. But that's what I love about these kind of things, is when they're, like, especially in this kind of parameter, right, of doing monsters and curses, like, monsters are already otherworldly as it is, so, like, I don't know, you just get to have a lot of fun, and obviously you bring in elements that are familiar, like, oh, this is still a physical body, and you can see that, but then it's, like, no eyes, and it's decrepit and still moving around. This one, it's like a combination of like a TV screen that is familiar with this kind of hand mice, and then you see legs and maybe even hooves, or I don't know, like it's fun being able to kind of pull everything in from different directions and have a bunch of different designs going all at once. It's fun stuff. Let's see, what else? So we've done kind of like a turtle robot dude. We've got a decaying physical body. We have someone that, you know, would be considered your typical humanoid look. Kind of monster blob that would be in like a Nickelodeon cartoon or something from the 90s. this thing, which is just, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, ugh. I think for the sake of time, I might just develop this computer one a little bit more, make that kind of the one that we focus on for color and stuff. Because we could have a lot of fun with those glitch tones, like I was saying. I kind of want to play with like the glitch on the screen and go from there. Again, doesn't have to be perfect right now. We've got the arms, the legs, and then it's kind of figuring out the colors underneath. So let me whip out the good old markers. We can see what to play around with. So usually glitch tones are kind of like the RGB colors. Very, maybe not that purple, maybe this purple. Blue. Actually, let me just double check and look up a glitch tone and see what it says before I make any assumptions here. Okay. Glitch tones. So we got white, yellow, blue, green, purple, red, dark blue. So we need like a cyan. I don't think that'd be dark enough. I think the first color I picked would be white. We could just leave or do very light, cool gray. Got the yellow, light blue, dark blue. I need a green, which might be this one. So we go this, this, this. This purple could be lighter, actually. I might even go to this one. So you. These might be it. Let's see how these turn out when I swatch. I need to refill this one so bad. Oh, it's so dry. There's still some juice in there, so I'm gonna use it. C0. See this yellow. Ooh, such a nice yellow. Yeah, I think these will look nice next to each other. A little pastel-y, but nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's pretty much all I have. Whoa! This red's gotten a little lakey cauldron-y. Yeah, let's try these out. So kind of want to divide it. We have what? 3, 6, 7 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that's too wide. Should be enough, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. I'll just go in with a little. Gotta be very sparing with this one. I know obviously the graphite's gonna mess with the colors a little, but again, I just want kind of an idea first. I'm not trying to make this one perfect. I'd rather focus it on the scale down below. I just want to see how these look together, mostly. I might, just because this one's so dry and not as visible, I might go in with C2 instead. Just so that doesn't look like kind of an empty space. And then I guess just kind of make them a little bit darker. Ooh, I just got another idea. Instead of like, oops, wrong color. Instead of making these just like white noise, what if I make it a bunch of just tiny zeros and ones, kind of like binary code? Either that, I either make these eyes like white noise, or I make the drool binary code. Like white noise eyes, binary code drool, or binary code eyes, white noise drool. You can see how it looks. Let's see here, because I could do like just a bunch of... And please, honestly, binary code people, I am just writing zeros and ones. I am not trying to write a hidden message. And if I write a hidden message, I have no idea. I am so sorry. Like kind of coming out of the mouth, or because like the static just looks, you know, kind of like long, a little squiggly. Actually, I want to double check that too. It never hurts to get references. Don't forget that, please. Let's look up white noise TV. Not video, images. Oh, it's actually just a bunch of dots. Oh, I guess I was kind of thinking along these lines with like the stripes when it moves a little bit or glitches up the screen. I almost like the idea of doing maybe the binary code eyes more and then do the glitchy. Let's see how that looks instead. I almost kind of like binary on both. I feel like it looks a little bit cooler. Because, I mean, the white noise can kind of look like anything. If I do, like... That kind of looks cool. I actually really like that. That looks really sick. All right, I think I might go with this. I can add the binary code in later. I'm gonna jump right into line art and hope for the best. I'll do a light, very light erasing. Just so the pencil doesn't really stick behind that much. Again, I really need to go get a kneaded eraser, because now I'm looking and it's just eraser lines everywhere. But once I go back, I'm not going to be as concerned. Cool. That was actually a lot more painless than I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna give it a moment to dry, and then I'll go in, erase kind of all these extra little shavings, and we'll start coloring. Sounds good. Okay. Now that I've erased everything, I'm gonna go in really quick to write this code, and I'll be right back. All right, now that that's done, oh yeah, now I have to go and kind of lightly sketch out the division for these colors. I'm just gonna keep it super, super light, just so I have an idea of where they all kind of end and begin. 8, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Okay, and then I'm just gonna do what I did up here and kind of color from left to right the different little glitching tones. And if there's overlap or it's not perfect, that's okay, because then it looks even more glitchy. Got the glitch tones in. I might go back with the green and blue and purple just because I want it a little bit darker. And by blue, I meant the like light blue / cyan color. I just don't want it as like pastel looking. I want them a little bit richer. I think I'm gonna go back with the blue just so it doesn't look as streaky. It looks a little streaky right now. The dark blue, that is. Let's get this back in here. It's just a little too much streaks for my liking. That looks better. Shade the bottom of this a little bit. Give it a little bit of dimension without hopefully taking out too much like shade the top too, just so you see that it's like an eye again, because I just don't want to leave it empty. I want it to feel kind of, looks cool. And then for the frame, I'll do this dark gray just to give it some color as well. Cool. I'm gonna use black just to fill in this empty port area. And that might do it. I think that's it. Yeah, so this is the final product. I think it looks really cool, especially with color compared to the original sketch design. It definitely added a lot more life to it. I think it looks cool. I liked the idea of kind of the drooling binary code and the binary code in the eyes and like the glitch, or whenever you would get kind of what were they called? Like the National Broadcast Service announcements. They always like switch to this shade and then it's like, wah, wah. Yeah, I mean, it was a journey from this dude to the turtle dude to little blobby boy to like the skeleton falling apart guy to this one and a few others along the way. But yeah, I don't know. Something about it looks really nice now with all those colors added in. I think it's silly having the two little mice hanging down his arms, and I don't know, I really like the look of it, and it was really fun to do, kind of drawing monsters. I definitely started off with my comfort zone of drawing like people, and then kind of moved into the more bizarre, which was really fun. Yeah, I don't know, making these videos is so fun because I get to just try a bunch of new stuff that I might not normally do, and hopefully it brings some inspiration to you guys as well. And yeah, like I said, it was just from the news of the Jujutsu Kaisen movie's release date finally for the U.S. and Canada region. That inspired me to be like, hey, maybe I should do a couple curses for myself. Yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you sketched alongside me, colored alongside me, did whatever, or maybe took some ideas and inspirations for any projects you guys are working on. And as always, I appreciate you joining me for this little sketch along with me ride, and I'm hoping to continue make more videos like this, and I really hope I see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.